when you get your second lab bin, you're going to have two BNC to BNC cables, a jumper wire for your power supply, and a banana plug to a BNC adapter, which is used for the power supply. A USB cord for the DAQ, and the DAQ itself. To hook the USB cord up to the DAQ, you simply plug in the port, the USB port, and then screw it in. Now to hook the DAQ itself to the function generator, power supply, or etc. to acquire your data, you'll take one of your BNC to BNC cables, you'll hook one end of the BNC cable into a function generator, or if you're using the power supply, you use the banana plug adapter to BNC, and then you plug in that end in, and then you plug the other end into the DAQ. Now the way you plug these in is you notice there's little divots here that correspond to the little poles on the DAQ itself. So you line those up and then you twist on to lock it in. Now you notice that underneath the port there's little numbers. You got 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0 corresponds to AI0, 1 corresponds to AI1, 2 corresponds to AI2, 3 corresponds to AI3. So if I take the other end of my DAQ and plug it into the computer, I now have connected my DAQ to the computer. So now I can open LabVIEW and insert my DAQ assistant and then tell the channel what channels I'm using, tell LabVIEW what channels I'm using. So if I plug the BNC cable into the 0 port here, and when I say, okay, I insert my DAQ assistant, it builds it, it gives the wizard that says, okay, are you acquiring or generating signals? I'm going to acquire a signal, then you choose what type of signal, and then you tell it what channel in what DAQ. So you select the DAQ and then you select the channels you're using. So I'm using 0, so let's say I'm using this fourth port. This 0 corresponds to the AI0 channel. This port 1 corresponds to AI1, port 2 corresponds to AI2, and 3 corresponds to AI3. So if I just want to use this third port from the left, it's going to be the AI2 port because it starts counting at 0. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. And this is a 4-channel DAQ. As you can see, there's 4 inputs, and that's basically how to use the DAQ.